I have recorded footage that begs to differ.
What? Excuse me?
Whoa.
What do you mean?
You passively said like,
What?
you
What
probably
is it supposed to
passively
mean?
said stuff on the podcast. Like,
Oh, yeah, probably as a joke.
Recorded footage.
not footage, like you know what I mean.
Okay. Well, we are started. So.
I kind of thought so because you were leaning way more into that than you usually do with my tomfoolery. So,
Yeah. So. Are you guys ready for
I'm
today's
ready. I
episode?
have news stories pulled up here.
Okay. So to clarify, to explain this to the listeners, what he means by news stories.
Yeah.
Just like I did in the recent Rex episode, I gave them both homework for this episode. They both had to pick two interesting topics. I promised they would get a big fat smooch if they if they picked media-related topics. So who's getting a big fat smooch today?
I guess
Actually, I think I will because I have two media-related things.
You're getting a really big fat smooch. Okay.
Let's go.
Alright, so I guess Hunter's going first then.
All right, Hunter. Let's see what you got. Just introduce your first one, and then we'll talk about
My
that.
first one.
Actually, no. Let's not do the news topics yet. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay, that's fine.
For this episode, I have to introduce the topic first.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. I'll just, whatever.
So, for today's topic
He's grinning.
is nothing.
Yes!
There is no topic today.
Yes!
Welcome to an episode I like to call Big Talk.
Ooh, I already love this.
So, obviously, as I just said, there's no topic whatsoever. This is our small talk time, baby.
Yeah.
Wherever the conversation goes,
Love
wherever it drifts, the only stipulation is this episode ends at 1 hour.
Okay.
So once we get to an hour, we're done. But until then, we can talk about whatever we please.
That
with
sounds awesome.
with no structure, no direction.
I love
nothing.
it.
So, you can start off with your news topic.
So, this is. So in Nintendo, they got a whole bunch of threats apparently.
Okay.
Due to a video game showcase, they had to completely cancel the event.
Sounds like Nintendo.
Yeah, it's because they could not amply ensure the safety of their customers.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why they canceled it?
Yeah.
So,
why were they in danger?
yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been able to read the whole thing. I just was reading the.
Oh.
That's what the.
I like the picture of Mario
Yeah,
down there.
Mario was the reason.
But yeah, I don't know.
He was there.
Yeah, he was wreaking havoc. It's like his mugshot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because okay, this is what it is. Complaints have surfaced about verbal and online abuse.
Whoa.
wow.
It was Japan. It was in Japan.
Okay.
Kyoto.
I don't speak that language.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Interesting.
I guess.
Interesting.
You go through with yours.
Yeah, well, we can go back and forth.
Okay.
So I found mine like in chemistry class after we were done with the
Ooh.
test, and I was like, I have nothing to do, so I'll just do this.
Okay.
And I found two interesting ones. So the first one I found has a video to go along with it that I'll show you guys.
Okay.
Ooh.
I guess you can look it up on your own if you're curious. But there was a deer that broke into a New Jersey elementary school, and this is the video of the chase.
The deer?
Oh, the chase.
A
Yes.
deer?
Oh, oh my God, he's zooming.
Yeah.
He is zooming.
This
happened during-
the video
this
wasn't
happened
very
during
good,
school?
But yes, I think it happened during school hours. And I had to like evacuate or something. That's a little video.
They did evacuate because of the deer.
It's a deer.
And you can actually see later on in the video, like they're all like in their
The
class,
deer
just
had
like
rabies.
because of
The deer had rabies.
Yes,
Oh, God.
But I want to know, how did the deer get in the first place?
Probably the glass doors. They just bashed through.
Yeah.
You know, the science people always like principals and stuff are like, don't let anybody into the building if you don't know them. I know
don't-
this deer.
I let this
No,
deer
the
into
thing
the
is,
building.
I don't get about that is that like you think they're just gonna if they're gonna do something, they're just gonna break the door open.
Yeah.
There is glass. The glass is. I mean, sure, the glass might be strong, but I think if they have something like that, they're just gonna just break the glass door. So
Yeah.
either way, you're not doing. I mean, obviously, don't let people into the school, but like
yeah.
they're gonna.
You need to have better
They're gonna get in the way
defenses.
anyways. Like, don't have glass everywhere in the school.
Yeah, a lot of schools are doing that nowadays. With
The
glass
entire
stuff.
school is basically like there's like a huge section of the school which is just glass.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
why? For what
Well,
reason?
that's our school specifically, but yeah.
Yeah.
That school also has glass doors. You can see later
Yeah.
on in the video. Very interesting. Maybe people should rethink that decision.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
Oh, it's like a skyscraper. Just like the whole skyscraper is just like a whole bunch of it is just
I
glass.
just pictured a deer breaking into a
That'd
skyscraper.
be funny. That would be funny.
I just pictured like Hunter's ideal skyscraper is just a giant metal.
Yeah, a cylinder.
Yeah, it's just like. Yeah.
Well, obviously glass there, but like the entire it's basically just glass, metal, glass. It just
Yeah.
Yeah, windows. That's what they're called.
but they're such big windows. Why do you need such a big window?
Yeah.
Hunter just walks up to his windows in his house. He's just like, look at this glass.
Yeah,
Why is this glass here?
Gotta get, the deers are gonna get it. Patch it up.
Yeah.
What do you like? Do you really need that big of a window though?
Yeah.
Like no, you do not. I promise you do not.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
Okay, anyways, my next topic, I guess, is the game awards. So this is about the Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
They won, aside from Game of the Year, they won Best RPG, which makes sense, honestly.
Sure, yeah.
Best multiplayer game.
Okay.
Best community support.
Yeah.
The best
Ooh.
player's choice. I think it better. Voice actor. Actually, I think Yuri should have won that. Honestly,
Yeah,
I didn't hear about this.
His lines were okay. Just keep going.
so good. Best performance. Because he won best performance for his role as one of the characters.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
basically, Baldur's Gate 3 just took everything.
Oh my gosh,
There was, like,
it's
maybe, like-
phenomenal.
Yeah. I haven't
it's so
seen
incredible.
gameplay yet, but I've seen gameplay.
I do really want to play it. I know it's
I
like a
want-
Dungeons
I
and
want
Dragons
to.
type of game.
I
No, it
can't,
is.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
literally roll a dice.
Yeah.
To do
Yeah, we
actions.
talked about this in episode 3. I remember.
Yeah.
And I was like, Baldur's Gate is Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't know that.
Wait, like the very third episode? Like
Icebreakers.
really? We talked about Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Oh wow.
For yeah, already forgetting stuff. but
Yeah.
It's like it is interesting doing stuff like this, like because I feel like I remember so much about like stuff I say, but I'd be like, I don't remember saying that. I don't remember this experience. Like, I don't remember this.
We're getting to the point where we have a lot of episodes now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I just was actually talking with somebody about this. I was like, they were like, how many episodes do you have? And I was like, I think like 9 or 10. And I was like, we have 12. This is the
Yeah.
13th episode we're recording right now.
This is
Yeah.
our 13th.
Crazy.
We're getting into the
Yeah.
the teens now, the,
Yeah.
Yes.
double digits.
And like eventually we're gonna get so many that it's gonna become like we're not even gonna remember like what one of the episodes was about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what's kind of interesting about content creation.
Right. But going back to
Oh, Baldur's Gate.
no, going back to the Game Awards, that is one thing I wanted to talk about this episode. Spider-Man not winning anything is
That
ridiculous.
was crazy. That
is
was
ridiculous.
crazy.
Like, all
Yeah.
power to Baldur's Gate 3. It looks like a great game, and there's a lot of people that hate the game just because
It's popular.
they haven't played it, and like pretty much everybody that says it doesn't deserve Game of the Year hasn't played it. They're always
Yeah.
like, "Well, I saw." Like, no, you have to play the game
Yeah,
to
yeah.
understand. But at the same time, it's like Spider-Man 2 deserves something. I don't even think
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom won anything.
I don't
It
think
did.
so.
It won one
Wait,
thing.
did? Oh yeah,
Oh,
it did. It did.
What did it win?
I can't remember what it won. I know Mario Wonder won Best Family Game of the Year, which just like made my soul so happy
yeah.
because
I wish
that's
it
like my
lost
favorite
that.
game right now. My favorite games have just, like since I talked about Breath of the Wild being my favorite, and I'm changing that. It's become a thing where I'm just cycling out games. So right now, Mario Wonder is my number 1 game.
Okay.
But I'm probably gonna play better ones, or maybe I'll.
Dude,
think
I'm getting Mario Wonder for Christmas. I'm so excited.
Also-
maybe.
Maybe.
Also, what's it called? Pizza Tower didn't win Indie.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
didn't win Indie.
It didn't. What one indie? I can't remember.
I don't remember, but it was not. I think
Here,
it was
let
like
me pull
it
up-
was
let me pull up
Cocoon
all
or
the
something. It was like
awards.
Cocoon or something like that.
I mean, Pizza Tower was really early on in this year, but like
Yeah, I think
I
it should
love-
have won. It was that like Cocoon kid game or something like that.
that game is locked to Steam, and it like
Yeah,
makes
that's
my
probably-
soul
that's
sad
probably why.
because that's my number 1 most wanted to play game that I can't play.
So,
Well, it's
wait,
not locked to just
What
PC
category
because
were
I
we
can play.
talking
You can
about?
play it on Steam Deck.
Well, Steam
Sure.
is what I said.
we're
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking about indie, right?
Indie, yeah.
Wait, right now.
I think it was that Cocoon.
Pizza
game.
Tower.
Debut
should've won
indie at
something.
Cocoon.
Yeah,
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I mean either.
I literally learned about it literally that day when it.
Maybe I'll look into it a little bit, but like.
It has to be good if it. beat
Okay,
Pizza Tower.
Tears of the Kingdom won Best Action Adventure.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's what it
action
was, yeah.
attraction,
Yeah. That's actually a pretty big category to win, so that's good.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, but I kind of fell out of that game too because I played it so
oh,
much.
and it won Best Score in Music.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh my
that
gosh,
that makes
dude.
sense. I've only
Okay.
played the game a little bit. and
Cole
the
Guerra's
music
theme.
is good.
Oh,
I'm
song-
actually surprised Mario Wonder didn't win that. From what I've heard, it
the
has-
soundtrack of Mario Wonder.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, it didn't win best score in music.
Mario Wonder.
Yeah, I heard it had very good
Oh,
music.
it had music-based levels, but not like Tears of the
No,
Kingdom.
yeah, okay.
Like, so they I think I cried 3 times during that playthrough because of music.
I think the thing about all the Legend of Zelda games is that their music, especially Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, no, Ocarina of Time has great music.
Yeah.
I've been playing some Zelda lately. I played Link to the Past and beat it in 3 days because, well, I guess it'd be more like 3 hours because I had like an hour to play it each day. But I can zoom through that game real fast, and I like playing Zelda games. I know I have very famous hot take on Zelda games, but I do like playing them. And I've been playing Oracle of Ages, which I've never played before, and that's pretty fun too.
Your hot take was mostly just about Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Mostly, but I just think the series shouldn't be as praised as it is. Anyway, are we done talking about the Game Awards? We have more to say.
Don't you have one more thing to say?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, we can go to your next
Okay.
news story.
This is the last one.
Oh, great.
So scientists have discovered a new rare kind of lobster.
Oh,
Yes!
God.
Yes,
Oh,
lobsters!
No,
Yes.
Bowie, this lobster, is half red and half blue,
Wow.
which is very, very interesting to me. And I at first I just picked it for the memes, and I was like, I'm probably not gonna go through it, but just seeing like lobsters, haha.
I love the blue
But
lobster.
no, this is really interesting. It's named after David Bowie, the pop icon.
No way.
And it's 1 in 50 million occurrence.
Wow, he's the main
Ooh, I want
character,
that.
quite
Yes, he is
literally.
the main
I
character.
want that.
He's
I know.
going to be the lobster that like doesn't ever die and just keeps
Yeah, he's gonna
growing.
be the one
He's
that
gonna
doesn't-
be the living lobster.
Yeah, he's gonna be the one that doesn't die of like exhaustion or whatever
He's
Hunter
gonna
was
be
talking about.
he's gonna be the lobster that I've been talking about this
So
entire time.
so to talk about this little lobster story that keeps coming up.
Yeah.
I love absolutely blowing the minds of people whenever I bring this up because there's been a couple people that I've told and they're just like,
Yeah.
no, then what? No, that's stupid. And then they like research it
I
and then
know.
like it's like
It's so funny.
I know, but
So, we have proof on our podcast.
yeah,
Big.
Yeah, we love our lobsters here.
yeah,
Love lobster.
much lobster.
Yeah, especially
not-
Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much. Hunter did spawn this
Yeah.
this terrible story.
I didn't spawn it, but the theory.
he created the lobsters.
Yeah.
I created the lobster. No, that theory that I've been having for like a while. I've been having that theory for years. I mean, I don't think I created it anywhere. I just came up with it myself at some
I
point.
mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been around for years, but
scientific fact.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I genuinely believe that Hunter
Apparently.
came up with that. He
Yeah.
did all the research for that theory.
Yeah, actually,
It
every
just
single bit
happened
of
to be
every
true.
single
Yeah.
every single bit of research ever to exist.
We do know Hunter
I
likes
made
the
it.
ocean.
Hunter needs to get his compensation for this theory that
To be
he.
fair,
Yeah.
when I found out that lobsters live forever without like, well, not live forever.
Backstory, dude.
When the first time I ever found out that lobsters don't die from age, like the first time I don't remember when it was, but that's where like theory started spawning in my brain. Like,
Yeah.
if theoretically, if they did not, since they don't die from
Yeah.
age, if they theoretically just had all that stuff that I was talking about, didn't have all
Yeah.
that stuff, they'd live forever.
Mhm.
And I was right.
You were right. Yep.
And I was so happy
Let's-
when I found that out. When I found that out, I was so happy that I was correct. I'm like, yes.
This is
Yeah.
a mistake. I give you guys a small talk episode. And it just goes
You're
to
the
the
lobster.
lobster. It just goes to the lobster.
Yeah, science. If you're hearing this, you need to make Bowie Hunter's ideal lobster.
Oh, so-
Yeah.
Science.
crabs. Everything evolves into crabs.
Oh
What are you talking
God.
about?
Nothing.
Never mind. I
I'm
don't
kidding,
want
I'm
to
kidding.
Here, I'll steer the conversation.
Okay.
So I feel bad for this because I was like gonna wait for you guys, but I did start playing Subnautica,
You son of a gun.
and I got semi-addicted. I didn't play for another day after I started it, but like I started with my sister, and we were having fun playing it. But she got scared the first time it got to nighttime, so and I
Okay.
played for her.
Mm.
And the last thing I did was I got attacked by one of those big. I forget what they're called. They have like big claws and they grab you. And they're
Reaper
like,
Leviathan.
Yeah, that was what it was called, Reaper Leviathan. And I freaked out. It was scary.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm as scared as the ocean as I wish I was to make the game effective.
I don't think you've seen one of those things at nighttime before.
It was nighttime when it happened.
But How was your experience of seeing it for the first time?
Well, it was actually really cool because it was around the ship and it was all like dark and murky kind of.
That was the one you saw.
And
that was also my first one that I saw.
Yeah. And I just could hear like the noise. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, the ship is.
Don't. Okay. It's back.
It just completely turned off for no reason.
Okay,
at
I
all.
thought you could hear us there.
Yeah, sorry everybody.
Sorry.
Our audio mixer just turned off.
Is that the first? That's the
That's
first.
the first time I've ever done that.
Mid-episode blunder we've
so
I'm just
had.
gonna leave
weird.
that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave that in.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
That's what we're talking about. Oh yeah, my experience with the Reaper Leviathan. Yeah, scary. How was I gathering my thoughts? You
Yeah.
can hear that I was like forming it together in my brain. He like attacked me, and so I saw it like way in the distance once, and he just looked like a couple of pixels, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a weirdo thing looking at, but the thing is just like a gasopod, and then he just like I kind of wish, because I remember like just turning around and just being like, oh, it's right there, and it was just like going around me, and then it just decided to attack me, so I didn't get like the jump scare of it. I was just like, oh, there it is.
I always liked Jacksepticeye's first his clip of seeing it for the first time. His was very funny.
Not my first time ever encountering it, but multiple times that I have encountered it. One time I was playing and my room was dark. I was playing and it was nighttime, and I was in my sea moth. I actually got out of my sea moth.
Oh yeah, this thing.
And I was swimming around, and I didn't know the Reaper Leviathan was in this area because it usually I haven't seen it in that area.
It's a big map too.
Yeah, in the area that I was like, I've never seen it. I mean, I've seen it before, but I didn't see it go up like how far it was. I was just swimming around, and I just hear I just turn around, and I turn around, and I just see it. I'm like,
yeah.
It was the most terrifying experience I've ever had. I just turn around just there. I'm like, oh.
It's a really clever enemy. I think it's really cool.
I think where I stopped playing Subnautica was when I got to kind of like the area with not to spoil, but the dudes with like the big heads or whatever. You know who I'm talking about? The pink dudes. I think they like shoot like electricity or something at you. You know what I'm talking about?
There was these fish in the cave that would swim out and go like, and explode and like break my screen.
Hold on. I gotta look up.
Talk about the crab squids? Not the crab squids.
Lobsters.
Crab snakes.
No, not the lobsters.
The only thing that I think that is pink in that game is the crab lobster.
Hold on.
Crab snakes. Crab snakes. Crab
His mind
snakes.
is infected.
He's infected by
It's
lobsters.
just brain rot. These guys. Can I just get an image, please? The warpers.
Oh, those are purple.
Oh,
You said
whatever.
pink. You said pink. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they have like the little
Reaper claws, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I haven't seen that yet.
I love those things.
Yeah, I haven't played it in like a week, but I want to get back on.
Ew. I see
it's
the
not-
crab squid too. Those are disgusting.
Oh, crab squids. Have you seen the crab snakes?
No.
Snakes in this game.
I think they're crab snakes.
I don't like snakes.
They're not. They don't really look like snakes. To be honest with you.
Snakes. I think I've talked about this on the podcast. My like terrible fear of snakes.
Yeah. The sea dragon Leviathan looks really cool. Sorry, I'm just like looking
I think the thing about it is that it's not really that scary because the area you find. I mean, it's kind of scary. I mean, it looks scary, but like it's such in like a like lit up area. It's in the lava area. You're not gonna like be terrified of when you find it.
It's a water game with lava.
Yep.
I didn't know about this.
Well, that does happen.
There could be lava underwater.
Yeah. Oh,
What else,
yeah.
what else
like
do you think
a
a
hot spring.
underwater volcano is?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. But okay, no more spoilers. I don't want to hear
Sorry,
anything.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'll show you what a crab snake looks like.
How about this?
What?
Do you guys like? I'm in such a upset like mood right now. Not right now, just in general because
right now.
there are no because all the good. He just showed me the crab thing.
No.
All the like a bunch of games just came out. I played them all and beat them, and there are a bunch of games that are coming out in 2024.
Oh.
But there's nothing for like Christmas. There's not really any holiday titles I can like ask for Christmas.
I thought you were gonna say what I was actually gonna bring up too.
What?
How everyone's saying 2024 is just like a filler year.
Yeah.
Like so much. GTA 6 is coming out in
Yeah, I
2025,
know.
and there's just
that's
so
exciting.
much. I guess we can talk about that too. Is the GTA 6 trailer came out and it just looks gorgeous as
Looks
everyone
awesome.
expected.
Yeah.
But it doesn't come out until 2025, and which is people are complaining about that. But then again, before the trailer came out, they were expecting it to come out in like 2029 or something.
Yeah.
So 2025 is pretty good.
No, they got the trailer and it has to be out like 2
Yeah,
years
I
later.
know.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you like as you said, they were expecting it 2029. They could have done 2029,
Yeah.
but no, they gave you 4 less years to wait.
Yeah.
Pretty much every game trailer comes out like 2 years before usually.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was as expected.
Well, Nintendo games often are the same year, I will say.
Yeah,
But-
true.
Which is a kind of a perk of being a Nintendo fan, but
Yeah.
yeah, that is true. That a lot of, the 2025 thing was a very hotly debated topic, and I guess it really determines on how like early it is in 2025. Because if it's like
Yeah.
December 2025, that's like kind of.
But that's not it though. I'll even like look it up real quick, just like because I saw a video about it saying like all the things that are coming out in 2025. Like I know off the top of my head one of them.
in 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
Do we
2024
know
is a
more?
filler year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2024. Yeah, I feel
Well,
like it's gonna be a filler.
Mario 1,000 Year Door is coming out in 2024, which has been a thing. People have been asking for that remake to be remade.
What is
for
it?
Paper Mario: The 1,000 Year Door.
Oh, is that
People-
the really good one you were talking
Yeah,
about?
well, everyone think. I mean, I'm sure it is good, but people have been asking for that to be remade for I think like 7 or 8 years now. And the fact that it's finally happening just has the whole internet in a ruckus.
Yeah. So, one of the things off the top of my head that I know is coming out in 2025 is The Last of Us Show Part 2.
Ooh.
Oh,
And
really?
which is surprising to me because obviously Ellie has to be much older because they're doing the second game, or at least I think
Yeah.
so. So I imagine they recast it. I feel like
Uh-huh.
An adult.
Probably, yeah.
either they recasted a new person for Ellie or they're just not doing the second game yet, which then I don't know. They would just go their own direction with the story, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. There's shows that do that. I don't really like very much. I prefer with the,
I'm usually like 99.9% of the time love faith to the source material.
Yeah.
I usually like when it just sticks to that.
Yeah.
But
We've talked
sometimes
about that.
obviously you have to do like different things.
Yeah, there is some creative liberty you can take with it.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
talked about that already.
Yeah, I know.
Witcher.
Yeah, with Witcher,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's just the best example of it.
Which I have done some research into, by the way.
Oh yeah. Like I said, my cousin loves
Choose Unfortunate Events?
Yep, he loves it.
That didn't sound like anything. I talk very fast.
Yeah.
Series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look up shows and games coming out in 2024 to get us excited.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
I know Paper Mario. I know the new Princess Peach game looks really good.
Oh yeah, they are making a new
Mario vs. Donkey Kong looks pretty good. Maybe a little
You know
fun
what still
little game.
hasn't come out?
What?
Elden Ring DLC.
Oh, one thing, Little Nightmares 3.
Oh yeah,
That's gonna be
Ooh,
good.
Oh,
what?
that's gonna be.
The third one?
We
Yeah, we talked.
Yeah, we did talk about
we
this.
talked
It's been
about
so
this.
long.
We talked about this before we were friends with Austin.
yeah.
I mean, it was a while ago that the trailer came out.
What? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play the first two.
That's probably my most
Let me look this
hyped.
up.
Does it have a specific date yet?
I'm
'Cause
not sure.
Because once it gets a specific date, I'll play the first two.
There's Mario versus Donkey Kong you're talking about. What
Yeah.
is that? It's like
It was an old like GBA game that they're making
I remember
a new
that
version
where like they would throw he would throw the barrels or whatever. Like they were
that's
OG.
the very original, yeah.
That's the OG.
Yeah,
OG
this is
game.
kind of like a new version of that kind of style of, and it's like puzzle based. It looks pretty cool, honestly. I'm kind of excited for it.
Destiny 2. I don't
Oh my
care.
goodness. Yeah. Well,
Yo,
I've actually,
what?
I've actually been talking about. Wait, Destiny 2 is already a thing.
Well,
Yeah,
they're coming out
it's
with
a
like a
DLC.
new
New
expansion or
DLC?
something.
Do you know that?
Ooh.
Look
The
up how much
final shape.
DLC Destiny 2 has.
You just hear the typing.
Yeah, I know.
How many DLCs is?
Or just like that game, like half of it is just purchasable content.
I'm not finding a number here.
Oh, really?
Do you know?
Well, I don't know the exact number, but apparently, because I have a kid in my class who's like way into it, and he has like thousands of hours on that game. And apparently, there's like half the game is just all DLC. Like more than half of the game is just purchasable content. Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Is Destiny 1 any good?
What are you watching? Oh, the trailer for Little Nightmares 3.
I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this, honestly.
It hasn't come out yet. You can't.
I said I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. That's why I said how I'm going to.
Yeah, well,
not how I
don't
feel
know
about
how
this.
I'm gonna feel about it either. It's not out yet.
But I don't like that it's gonna be 2 new characters.
Yeah, well,
maybe.
I mean, they got to expand the universe, you know.
Yeah.
I know, but
I do hope it somehow ties into the normal story, like the current story.
I'm sure it will in some way.
Just because it's so good, but I don't know how it could because the second game kind of it's all like a loop or whatever, and it's kind of just like.
Well, I don't know about all that yet. I
don't know if it's
done research into that game yet because I want to play it.
Oh,
myself.
you don't even know.
I don't think it is.
Oh, you haven't even played them?
No, I mean, we had this conversation. I was gonna play them, and then
That's right.
And
I don't think it's a loop.
Deltarune came up, which
It only gets a loop.
chapter 3 and 4 are probably coming out 2024 for Deltarune, which
Really?
I think
Okay.
is a big one, honestly.
Yeah.
What else?
Definitely.
There was something else in 2024 that was coming out.
I don't know.
Is Bendy the Cage coming out in 2024? Did I didn't remember if I had a date on the trailer or not. Maybe not. What about movies?
I don't know. I'm mostly finding games. Let's see. Movies coming out.
I really
in
like typing. It's
2024.
very like, I don't know, just ambiance. It's nice.
The next Joker movie is coming out, which
Okay.
I don't really like
Yeah,
that they
Jared
have
Leto.
another one.
Really?
Like,
Yeah, they have quite a few.
The
Don't they?
one with Joaquin
never
Phoenix,
been
they're
into
making a
Batman.
sequel to that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, which I feel like that movie doesn't need a sequel. But I guess he has like a girlfriend now or something.
The Joker.
Yeah.
I thought Harley Quinn was his girlfriend.
Maybe
Or is
no
that
more-
just in the Lego Batman movie?
Despicable Me.
Maybe
Wait,
no
what?
more society.
Oh, I think I heard.
Wait, Despicable Me.
Despicable Me 4.
What?
Despicable Me 4
I love,
comes out.
Why?
I love those movies. I love Despicable
Ooh,
Me. I
okay.
watched
Are you
all.
really?
Yeah, I watched all of them, and I like the Minions.
Uh,
They're childish, obviously, but they're fun.
Deadpool 3.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. That might be pretty good.
Oh, a new. I guess this could be part of a mini little recent Rex here. But I recently just got into the. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Dune.
Oh yeah.
I'm reading the books right now, and I just watched the movie that like just came out not that long ago. One of the most visually pleasing movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Dune.
And Dune Part 2 comes out in 2024, and I'm so excited. It comes out March 1st.
Wait, no, that's not. I'm thinking of Blade. That's Marvel.
Yeah, you're thinking of Blade.
Oh, but when does it come out? Does it say?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. We didn't know when Bendy the Cage is coming. Oh, are those new screenshots or Bendy?
It's an enemy.
Ooh, interesting. Hey, what about like FNAF content in 2024? Because we know there's like some stuff on the horizon.
I think a new movie might be coming out.
And I
Is
think
there?
Maybe, I don't
a
know.
new movie?
Maybe.
No, they haven't said anything about a new movie.
Well,
They
I
didn't
think
say
a new
anything about a
game.
new movie until this year.
Well, yeah, but I think it is a new game coming out for sure. They've had teasers about it and stuff.
Inside Out
Yeah.
2.
Oh,
I think
I'm pretty
yeah.
excited about that. That looks pretty cool to me.
That one, I think I'm gonna like that.
That movie's really deep.
The Garfield
Steve
movie, which
Brown.
Garfield is probably the most
Chris
hated.
Pratt.
Like they're like you'd be surprised. Garfield's actually very
Aw.
hated.
I love Garfield.
What?
I
Yeah.
actually have a bunch of Garfield comics.
Yeah.
He's the most hated.
he like
Just in general.
yeah.
Dang,
Just,
bruh.
Yeah, I
just
think
in the whole world.
Yeah,
What did
like,
Garfield do
I
to
watched
you?
the trailer, and when Chris Pratt was doing him again, we're doing another like animated main
Yeah.
character.
So
and
much
I was
Chris
like,
Pratt.
Wait a minute, it just sounds like Chris Pratt again. Like,
But Chris Pratt actually is like a perfect Garfield in my
no,
opinion.
I agree.
He sounds.
Yeah, he sounds like he's ready for the role. But I'm like, I'm so tired of hearing his same voice.
Yeah.
Like, I heard him as Mario.
He hates Mondays.
Yeah, I know.
Gladiator 2, which that's crazy.
Oh, I'm about to watch the first Gladiator movie for the first
Oh,
time
really?
ever. Yeah, because it's
Really
I got
good.
recommended to it by a friend.
Kung Fu Panda 4.
No.
After
You don't like
how
Kung
many?
Fu Panda?
After
I like
how
Kung Fu Panda,
many
just need
years?
another movie.
After how many years
What?
of Kung Fu Panda? When was the last
Oh
time the
yeah.
movie was
When
made?
did 3 come out? I've heard
know.
tell of a Toy Story 5, by the way, which
Shrek 5 is
I've heard
supposedly
about
coming
that.
out, but that's
Oh,
in
yeah.
2025.
That's gonna be with Puss in Boots.
Yep.
yeah.
Well, he was in the other ones too.
Well, I know, but that one's probably gonna have more Puss in Boots
Yeah.
Mhm.
than the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Oh yeah. With Shadow the Hedgehog.
Another Planet of the
Yes.
Apes game. But anyways, that's not a whole lot. Like I said, filler year.
We just had a long discussion about all the filler.
Yeah.
No, I think it's gonna be.
like
2023 spoiled us because that year had so many great things
It
coming
really
out.
did.
This year
So
hasn't
much.
ended yet. Don't say that year. It hasn't ended yet.
There's nothing
It's
more
pretty much
exciting.
over, yeah.
This year has
Unless
spoiled us.
unless Nintendo just drops like something like crazy at the end of the year, just no
this
reason.
year has spoiled us for video games and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So
it really
far.
has.
Oh, I don't know how I forgot this, but Beyond the Spider-Verse should be coming out in 2024.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see that together in the
But
theaters.
yeah,
My
we're
Theaters.
going to
Yes.
see that together
I
in the
know
theaters.
because Hunter and
We
I
have
saw
to, though. It's
Hunter
so
and I
my
saw
but
part
they're
one.
gonna make that it's gonna be in 2024.
Yeah, because I feel like that's one of those things where like it's gonna be a part 2. Then they gotta at least already be like somewhat done with it, right?
So they said 2024, but that was also kind of before the writer's strike happened and like all these
which
delays.
is over now, by the way.
It is over, yes.
I'm not rushing them, obviously, when I say that. Like,
Come
but,
on,
I mean,
come on, go
yeah.
faster.
Because
Stop
if it's a part
striking.
1, part 2 deal, I feel like that part 2 should have some stuff already done, like about half.
I'm Beyond the Spider-Verse just because the first 2 movies are my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Beyond the Spider-Verse is probably my most hyped media-related thing ever right now.
Really?
Like I'm just beyond excited for
Yeah.
it.
I can't
See what to do with Prowler Miles.
I know there's so
Yeah.
much I want to know. Like, that movie's so gorgeous. I just want to
know.
watch it for the animation.
That scene where Aaron in that version just goes
What are you talking about?
at the punching bag scene where he tied him to the
Oh
punching
yeah,
bag.
right at
and
the
he
end of the movie.
does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna.
Sick.
Yeah. Ooh.
And like the whole scene where like Spot's doing his transformation, like floating in like all the spirals and
he
stuff.
actually
Yeah.
became a cool character I was really interested in,
Spot
and then
is
didn't
my
come back.
Spot's my favorite character.
know.
Like just so perfect.
I love when this
He's
doesn't
the
usually
big
happen. Like
ol'-
comedic villains, I always love, but I also
Yeah.
love the super crazy cool villains, obviously. And he turned into one, which I did not expect, and
Like
he disappeared.
he was a villain that you don't take seriously at
Yeah.
the start, and
He
then by
was-
the end you're like, this dude's a multiverse level threat.
I know,
Like
it's
it's
crazy.
just so good.
It's so cool.
I love the fact that he was the guy that he threw the bagel at the beginning of the,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
first movie.
I know. Yeah, it's little stuff like that. I like when
You
games
created
and
me,
movies do
Spider-Man.
that to like tie stuff together.
Yeah,
You know.
right.
You created me, Spider-Man. Spider-Man, why'd you create the guy? I didn't
Yeah.
create him.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks.
Spider-Man, you gotta let him spread his wings, man. Like
Yeah.
this.
Like
That's a good movie. You guys should watch it if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it is no recent Rex there for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good.
Well, we've all seen it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the audience.
Yeah. So anybody got any stories today? We're about halfway through the
Okay.
episode.
Yeah. Let's hear any stories.
I have one.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
This one just happened recently. Did I ever tell my Dunkin' Donuts horror story?
Yeah.
No.
A horror story.
I don't think
Well,
you did.
It was about Dunkin'
Oh,
Donuts.
you were going to, and then you forgot it, and you said at the beginning of bedtime
That's
stories,
right.
you were like, I forgot it.
So I actually have 2 stories then.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Okay, but I actually just thought of a story too, but you can go first.
All right, I'll do one, you do one,
Yeah.
and then I do one.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That's perfect.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
second one's pretty short anyway, but this one, oh my gosh. So this was back, this was like beginning of the school year, so kind of a while ago. My friend suggested that I go to Dunkin' Donuts, and working at a coffee shop, I was like, okay, maybe I should spread my horizon, try other coffees,
Yeah.
not just drink coffee from here. Which, by the way, the coffee from our hidden secret location
We have it
is
said multiple times.
is the only coffee that I like.
Oh, good.
From anywhere.
I thought you were gonna be like, it's bad.
No,
I
it's
hate it.
It's genuinely
No, I like it. It's great.
it's genuinely the only coffee I can tolerate.
That's great,
and
yeah.
actually like. But anyways, my friend suggested that him and I go to Dunkin' Donuts. For what reason I don't remember, but I was like, all right, yeah, I'll try some coffee there. So I go there, and what I get is, oh, this is why, because this was when the ice spice drink was there.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm gonna try that. Let's try the ice spice drink. So the gist with the ice spice drink is that it comes with these little things called munchkins in it.
Oh.
Wait. What?
It's these little donut things
Donut
that go on top
holes.
of it.
Why are they called munchkins?
Don't
Don't ask.
worry about it.
Okay.
It's also a reference to what she says in one of her songs. I don't listen to her music.
Yeah,
but
it is a reference to something she says in one of her songs.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't listen to her music, but I've just seen so many memes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it's the ice spice drink is supposed to come with these munchkin things, and I get there, my friend gets one, and then I go and I ask for one, and she's like, "Sorry, we actually just ran out of the munchkins, but we'll give it to you just without those. Is that okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, I don't care."
Mm-hmm.
So then I order that, and then I also ordered this little like breakfast sandwich thing, that looks kind of good. It was on like sourdough or something.
Ooh.
And then I go and I sit down, and just for context, this is the dirtiest place I have ever been to in my entire life. Literally every table coated in just like a layer of stickiness.
Gross.
It's just like food bits everywhere.
Yeah, I know
Just disgusting.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So
yucky.
Floors look disgusting. But anyway, we sit down, in all this grossness, and I tried my breakfast sandwich because my drink is still being brought to me. The worst breakfast sandwich I have ever tried.
Yucky.
The egg looked like gray.
That reminds me of the McDonald's.
Yeah. Like the school.
Yeah,
Like,
the egg looked gray. The I know it was supposed to be sourdough, but it was literally sour.
Sourdough.
Ew.
So
I took it way too seriously.
I took probably one bite of that, and I was like, no.
Yeah. No more.
So I stopped eating that, and I was like, please bring me my drink. I need something to wash this down with.
Yeah.
I need to get this flavor out of my mouth.
And the drink was worse.
And I get my drink, and I look at the receipt, and it's weird because it's not rung up like how my friend's is, because he also didn't get the munchkin things because they were out of those. It's not rung up as a ice spice drink like his is.
Oh,
Mine's
no.
rung up as a large iced caramel coffee. And I'm like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just take my straw, I put it in, I drink it. The foulest coffee I have ever tasted in my entire life. So not only
Gross.
so now it's just like two flavors just combating in my mouth, just like disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely disgusting. But the real heart of this story and the best part of it all is how I mentioned how gross and dirty it is. And then I look outside, and this honestly just infuriated my soul when I saw this.
Yeah.
An employee was sweeping the parking lot.
Wait a minute. Is that a thing people do?
I don't know. She was out there sweeping the parking lot when Dunkin Donuts looked like somebody just took all their products and just threw it around, like just sweeping the parking lot. Why?
That reminds me of so I know this has nothing to do with like Dunkin' Donuts, but it reminds me of like in like the military, the sergeants and stuff like that. Well, for punishment, make them mop the rain. It will make them mop the rain until it's all gone, until it's dry.
Oh
but
my
the
God.
point
Sounds
is,
impossible.
that's the point.
Yeah.
Is the punishment is that they will never stop until it's done raining, basically.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think that employee was like, it's too dirty to clean up the Dunkin' Donuts. The Dunkin' Donuts is dirtier than the parking lot. I did parking lot first.
Yeah. I don't know what was going through their minds.
Oh, I forgot my story.
Oh, you forgot it?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You don't remember what it is? No. Oh.
Well, I remembered it for like a split second, and then I was like, okay, time to focus on Austin's story.
Yeah.
I like to think that me going, oh, was just me forgetting it.
No, yeah.
It's gone.
It moved away. Yeah. But
That's
so should I
interesting.
just tell my
I
second
guess
story
so.
now?
Well, maybe I'll remember it by the time you finish this story.
True. So it's just a bunch of Austin talking, little section here.
No, yeah.
Oh,
What?
oh, he's showing me them.
The mopping the floor.
They're mopping the rain.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
It's real.
And it's
crazy. That
real.
right there is real.
I didn't doubt it.
Why would you mop the rain while it's raining?
It's a punishment. That's the whole point.
Well, what would somebody? What like kind of beast
Anything.
would do that?
Anything.
Anything?
You
yeah.
can do anything.
I'm not cut out for military.
If you, so the whole thing is, if a like sergeant or something like that walks in, you have to like put your hands to your back and like stand straight.
Yeah.
So if a sergeant, if you're using the restroom, even if you're using the restroom and a sergeant walks in, like say you're at a urinal or something like that, if a sergeant walks in, you have to put your hands behind your back and do that. It is, and if you don't, they will punish you in like really bad. It is crazy. I don't think you could survive the military.
I am so like nervous and scared of discipline that like I feel like if I go to the army, I just would like not care. I would just like get shot.
I think it's just so funny also how like the Marines, like the videos you see of Marines, like how they act so like not just like they act stupid because the joke about Marines is muscles are required, intelligence not expected.
Really?
Yes, that is the whole joke about them.
That's funny.
Is that actually what it stands for?
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't know what it stands for. It's like some kind of marina.
I mean, it makes the most sense because a lot of them are just it's brawn over brain. That's basically what most of them are.
Mm-hmm. Well. Yeah, no need to stereotype.
Yeah.
My dad's a Marine. I can make that joke.
Oh yeah. Marines are all dumb.
If you say that's how they all are, that's like the single most like racist. Or like anything, that's how they all are.
Yeah.
That's how most of them operate.
All right, circling back to my story.
Maybe
I'm ready now.
Maybe mine was less of a story and more of just like a funny thing I saw. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so this is an actual terrifying story. Like genuinely, I thought I just had a brush with death.
Yeah.
This happened a few days ago actually. I was leaving Chipotle because I just had Chipotle for lunch, so I was driving out of the parking lot. And up on like the exit to the parking lot goes up on a little ridge, and then there's like a little pathway where like people walk or whatever, to go to like the Circle K or whatever. So I pull up to that and I see this dude walking and I see that he's about to get to that little pathway and I'm like I do him the kind courtesy of just pulling up close enough but not letting giving him space to walk across that thing. Otherwise he'd have to walk all the way around my car or whatever. So I give him the kind courtesy of that, and he walks on this pathway as I'm just like sitting there, and this dude literally like in a hoodie, hood up, hands in his pockets, not the stereotype, but like just like walking and just like he looks at me and he makes the meanest eye contact I've ever seen in my entire life. And this was going on for like probably like 30 seconds total. I kept trying to look away from him. I kept looking down, and then like every time I'd glance back up, he's still glaring at me.
That's weird.
And he just keeps looking at me like he thought I was like in a gang or something.
He thought you were in a gang?
Or like I was looking for him or something.
That's so weird.
Or like my letting him walk there was a sign of disrespect or something. Like I don't know.
Well, maybe you were there. Maybe he was there waiting for somebody and he thought that you were the guy. He's like, why is he leaving?
Yeah, he was like, is that my drug dealer?
Yeah, something like that.
Give me my drugs.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I remember my story, by the way.
Oh, you do?
That's what this was. But it's driving.
Okay.
It's very brief.
Okay, go ahead.
So I drive to school every morning. I don't have my license yet, but my dad's in the car with me, and so I can like learn, and because I'm kind of a very, very nervous driver, haven't been able to get over it much yet. But I'm about to leave the driveway, and everyone's in the car. I thought that the doors were closed, but they weren't. And I started driving out of the garage, and apparently my brother's door wasn't closed. And my dad just yells at me, and I start freaking out, and I just like slam on the brakes, and then I just hear boom, my brother closing the door. And so I literally was inches away from like taking the door off my dad's car.
Oh God.
That's my brief story. It was just it was very scary for me. That is a horror story.
I've kind of done something like that before, but not with me driving. It was like me as a kid. I was just like, I was really young, like still car seat young, but I just like there was no like child locks, I guess, and we my parents were like driving me somewhere or something. I just thought it was funny just to open my door and just like wee. So I was just like
I had a dream once that I was peeing out the window of the car as it was going by.
I've always wanted to do that. Actually, like it's just
I really want to do that.
I think that's just like everything everyone's always wanted to do, because I wanted to do that too one time.
And I remember having this dream, and then it was like my mom getting upset with me, and then we making up, and I I know I've talked about this on the podcast, and I keep saying that I have kind of a hard time at first, like just like disconnecting dreams from reality.
Yeah.
So like when I first wake up, sometimes I'll think that something was real for like an hour. And so I was like, "Mom, are you still mad at me?" And she was like, "For what?" I was like, "For peeing out the window," and she was just started laughing at me.
Oh god.
This was a few years ago. Like it was a while ago, but I still remember this. It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, stretch. Sorry.
Yeah. So I've never done that out of fear.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, only out of fear.
Yeah.
Only out of fear. No other reason.
Yep.
Not out of the courtity of other people.
No.
Can you imagine
Just say out of fear.
just like you're like going for a walk and then you get like a nice shower.
Yeah.
No, don't say that. Don't say that because that's actually God. There's a name
What?
for that.
He's living through the
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah. He's like. Yeah.
There's a name for it. That's why.
Oh, we're talking about
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
That's gross. Okay. Moving
It's called
on.
a hit and run.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit and run.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
I like how we say anyway, like there's a topic to get
Yeah.
to, but there's
No,
nothing to
I'm
talk
trying to think
about.
of what to get back to now.
What else do we talk about?
Yeah. What time are we at?
We're at 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Lee.
15 minutes left.
Holy. Hunter. Okay, Hunter, tell us a story.
I don't do things with my life, dog.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
That could be a story. What
Yeah.
don't you do when you're not doing anything?
Yeah, what are you doing when you're not doing anything?
Watching YouTube, anime,
Oh,
playing
yeah.
video games.
Yeah, shit, and me too, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't watch anime
Well, okay.
unless you are watching
So,
anime now.
I've been... Okay, we can get into this a little bit because I have been wanting to start Death Note.
Oh, that's
And
good.
I wanted to do
yeah.
it, and I was going to because I was like, oh, I've heard that's a good entryway like thing. And I was talking
Yeah.
to one of my buddies in Spanish class. And I was like, I think about watching Death Note at the start, and he was like, no, you cannot watch Death Note. And then like he just went on this rant about how Death Note's terrible and how I should watch Jujutsu
This-
Kaisen or something like that.
Jujutsu Kaisen, I'll give him that. But Death Note is not terrible. I don't know
but
what he's talking
He said
about.
like he said if you watch Death Note, then you will not like anime if you watch that first.
That's funny because Death Note is literally my favorite anime.
Yeah, yeah, and so I was maybe it's niche, and maybe that's why he was like I won't like it because it's so different from other anime.
It
that
is
Oh, it
very
is very
different.
You know, so maybe Jujutsu Kaisen would be a better way to get into it, which I don't really know anything about that either. But like Dragon Ball has so many seasons, and what's the other one? One Piece, so many seasons.
Yeah.
Much higher.
Yeah, it'd be so hard to get into that because it just is so long.
One
Yeah.
Piece has infested my mind so much. Every
I
time I
know.
hear One Piece or anything that like has anything to do with One Piece, I hear One Piece. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah,
It's just in my brain.
yeah. Because you're still watching it, like because remember last
yeah.
because during cross country season you were just like
I'm already- I'm
you're on like
fully
episode
caught up.
one. You are.
Yeah, I'm
How
full.
many
Oh,
episodes
there's
are there now?
like 2 episodes left that I need to catch
How
up
many
on.
episodes? How many like other total?
There's, I think now there's 1,087.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would never tackle that.
That's insane.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Death Note is just so perfectly written and just like smart.
Yeah,
It's
just like-
it sounds
Except
so
for the
intriguing.
ending.
Yeah.
Except for the ending.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Like,
Yeah.
you can talk about
No.
the ending first before I've even watched it. Wait,
No,
where
but
can I watch it, by the way?
that is just my one thing about the show. It's the
It's
ending.
on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix. I
Yeah,
watched it
I
on
have
Netflix.
that.
Yeah, it's very good.
Netflix has games now. Did you know
Yeah.
about this?
It's games. It's like interactive. Like
No, like I can get games that usually cost like if you have a Netflix subscription, you can get GTA on your phone.
what?
Hold on.
Oh my god!
What did you just say?
Yeah.
If you have
so
Netflix,
if
you can
have
get
a-
GTA on
now
your
how
phone.
Netflix is getting really desperate about
Having people watch
their
their
company
service.
because like no one's watching them anymore, and like, they
Yeah.
put ads or whatever, and like they have an ad version of Netflix you can get
There
now.
is? What?
Yeah,
Why would you
there's a-
want that?
I don't know because it's cheaper than to get it like a regular
Oh.
subscription. So if you go to Netflix on the App Store and go to the games that they've made, right? They have all these games like Dead Cells. This one actually I played, which is
What?
really good. Storyteller is really good.
On your
A daily,
phone?
yes, a daily cut the rope game. Bloons Tower Defense, a Shovel Knight
Daily?
game that I played.
Shovel Knight?
Yeah, a Shovel Knight
Shovel
game that I
Knight?
played. It's like a mobile version, but it's pretty good.
Well, yeah, I
these
kinda
games
got
don't have
that.
ads, but you have to have a Netflix subscription to play them. Have you
Smart.
ever heard of this game, 12 Minutes? This is a really cool game that I really.
I'm gonna have to
Me
act.
too.
That's actually pretty cool.
Do you have a Netflix subscription?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get all these games.
Do you have to go to Netflix to do this?
I have this one. There's a SpongeBob game you can get.
So of course you have that one.
Yeah, I never watched SpongeBob, but I was like, it's a cooking game. That's why I got it. Let's see, anything else interesting? Because I have dabbled in a lot of these and like play because they don't have ads. Oh yeah, so but what I was getting to was that coming soon, if you have a Netflix subscription, you can get the following games. Oh, you have to be 17 enough to download these ones, but on your phone you can play GTA Vice City, GTA 3, and GTA San Andreas.
That's
for free.
Very cool.
Free, no ads, just if you have a Netflix subscription.
That's very cool, actually.
That's crazy.
I might have to check that out. On your phone?
Yep. When I'm 17 and up, I might play those.
Netflix really is desperate, though.
I know.
We're doing an assignment in my financial algebra class where we have to buy like stocks and stuff and like try and earn money off the stocks. And Netflix was my first one that I invested in. And I had to literally resell it after like 2 days just because it kept going down.
Yeah. It's not doing well.
No, Netflix
but that's the kind of move that I'm like, I like that they did the games because that gives me an opening to play mobile games that aren't like the general mobile game experience.
I remember, I don't know if they still have it, but I remember they did have Minecraft Story Mode on Netflix, which you could play.
I played the first chapter of Minecraft Story Mode like 5 or 6 times when I was real little.
What's up with silence for that?
And it ended up getting it cost so much money to play that game.
Yeah.
Why?
The first chapter was free, and then you had to pay for all the other chapters or something like that. And it ended up costing like $60-something, I think, if I remember correctly.
And the fact that they just completely ended it, though.
They did.
When the story ended, they completely got rid of it. Like they just completely shut it down.
You can't play it anymore.
You can't play it anymore unless you have it already.
And it was bland. It was just whatever, It didn't have really any ties to real Minecraft other than it was in the world of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Because you can't really do anything with like the Minecraft lore. Because the Minecraft lore is like in depth.
Yeah, he put quotation marks.
It's not that in depth, really. I mean, the basic story is people, like ancient people, made all the stuff.
Whoa, what?
Yes.
I didn't know about this.
I actually don't know anything about the Minecraft lore, to be honest.
I don't remember what they're called.
The worlds are like auto-generated though, so how do they have like...
I honestly don't know how that works.
Well, maybe it's just like, even the auto-generated ones are all part of one big world.
How much time do we have left?
We
have like 9-8 minutes.
Okay.
The theory is that all Minecraft worlds are connected, but it's not even close to me. I don't believe that at all.
Oh, I did used to believe that as a kid. Which brings me to what I was going to say. Have you guys ever had an experience with the Mandela effect?
Yes.
Which, not the internet series, the Mandela effect. The actual,
yes,
that's Mandela Catalog.
Oh, yeah, Mandela Catalog, whatever. This is an example. You know how, like, the sun in Minecraft, there's, like, a white square and everything?
Yeah.
It has yellow around it, but...
I used to think when I was little that you could go there, if you tried really hard, you could fly all the way there, and in there, the creator of the game would be there, and you could talk to him, and he'd give you a bunch of items.
Where did you get this idea?
I don't know where that came from, but I accepted it as truth and made it my goal to get there. And I spent hours holding up on my iPad and trying to fly up there. And
there's a height limit, though.
I know, and I didn't know that. So
you were just flying
eventually,
in
I
place.
just stopped, and I guess I missed the message where it was like, "This is as far as you can go."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Come on."
Yeah.
And I wasn't moving.
I don't know where you got that idea.
I don't know.
If you get to the height limit by flying, and you go, if you like go to like the edge of the map and you hit the height limit when flying, you can go outside the map.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Craziness. Yeah, I just used to believe that, and there are other stuff too, like in Banjo-Kazooie, which this is a Mandela effect and a Mondegreen, which do you know what Mondegreens are?
No.
When like someone says something, but well, it comes from the phrase "laid him on the green," which is like an old phrase people say, but someone thought that they were saying "Lady Mondegreen," and so they accepted that as truth, that they were saying Mondegreen. And in Banjo-Kazooie, there's a part where you have to put eggs in these pots or whatever, and when you do it, they say "thank you," but the way that they say it, it just sounds like they're straight up saying "f you."
Really?
In clear detail. They're just sort of like saying the F word at you. And that's from On the Green. And also I accepted that as truth and was like, Banjo-Kazooie is a rated R game. Like, you can't play it because the pots swear at you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. The Mandela effect is interesting.
Something I thought would be really cool, actually, this is just like so random and doesn't make any sense, but Hunter gave me this idea, like that like glitching out and like being able to fly out of the map. It would be so cool if you could see all the other auto-generated maps of everybody like playing
that'd be
out in
crazy,
space or something.
It's not. You can't really go that far outside. It's kind of just like there's just like one block and just kind of like one space you can go to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
interesting.
That's Games are weird.
Yeah.
Stuff like that used to freak me out in games.
Well, like glitching and
like weird urban myths, like if you can glitch the game, or like it was like Mario. There's like a Mario Galaxy one where like you go in this pipe and you go out of it, and then if you look to your left, the entire screen will be like a big hexagon or something like that.
Wow.
And it would freak me out.
Yeah. Hero Brian's coming for
kind
you.
of stuff, which I also accepted as
Another
truth.
Mandela effect that I had playing Minecraft, actually, I just realized.
That's interesting.
Is I just completely forgot about this until I said his name.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I thought his name was Hero Brian. Not Hero. Not
I'm pretty
Hero.
sure like everyone did. I thought the same thing
and then
too.
it took me forever, not until I actually like saw it spelled out, Hero Brian.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Hero Brian.
Hero Brian in himself is a Mandela effect because I thought he was real.
That's true. Yeah, I also thought he was real.
Yeah.
God, I miss those videos so much.
I know.
Yeah.
Those are the days.
Videos.
I convinced my friend he was real, and he still believes it.
I was
I convinced my best friend that he was real.
I was
He's
convinced
not
that he was
real,
real.
though. My friend isn't real.
My friend isn't real, but Hero Brian.
I
Yeah.
convinced him that he was real, though.
And I made up this whole story about how Hero Brian was like the creator's brother, and that he was raging at Minecraft and he broke the screen, and when he hit the screen, it got sucked into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
I convinced my friend that wasn't real that he's real.
Yes, thank you for the
Yeah. That wasn't fun. That's my dad works at Nintendo Energy right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hair Brian.
Wait,
is
your dad
real.
works at Nintendo?
No.
Dang it.
Oh, dang, I was hoping I could.
My dad works at Nintendo. All right.
Well, that was a pretty good episode.
I like it.
That was pretty good.
No topic, just free
It was
form,
fun.
small talk episode.
We're about to say we haven't seen each other in like 2 weeks, so
Yeah, so
it's been a while.
It was a
That's
nice,
good.
nice little introductory back into it. But yeah, we're at like 56 minutes,
Okay,
but we can call it call it a day for this one.
Yeah.
So thank you, both of you, for all of your very interesting small talk. Your news stories really helped it get going there.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good.
But yeah,
That was interesting.
Are you guys ready to wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right. On 1, 3, 2, 1.
Peace out, media junkies.